The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Anything But Freakin Rasslin, the show where we talk about anything but freaking wrestling. Jeff Lane, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. I'm going to see Mr. Rudy here tomorrow, so Sunday night he'll be pulling into my house. So
okay, so they have the show on Monday, so Rudy's staying with you for the weekend.
Well, he's coming in Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yep. So since this is airing on Saturday, I said tomorrow, but yes, he's coming Sunday, and then I'll go to Raw to see him, and then he'll go on to wherever he's going after that.
Now, Jeff, like how actually far is Buffalo from you?
About an hour, 50 miles.
Oh, really? So it's that far away then, huh?
Yeah.
Has the weather broken there by you yet, Jeff, or is it still hot?
It's like 70s this week. It drops to the 50s overnight, but it's about 74, 75 during the day. It has been anyway this whole week. Yeah,
it's supposed to, man, bro. They're talking about it getting back up to 90 here this weekend. Unbelievable. Come on, man. It's freaking fall already. Enough, you know?
I know. Fall weather's the best, man. If I could live somewhere where it was 55 to 65 year round, I would love to do it.
Me too, bro. I'm a fall kind of guy, bro. Summer is probably my least favorite, Jeff, because I don't like to be hot. I don't like to be uncomfortable. I don't like to sweat. I mean, and in Colorado, we get some snow and it gets cold. And I'm telling you, I think I prefer that over the heat. But the fall is a picture perfect. Bro, speaking of fall, Jeff, you had to see if there was a camera, if there was a hidden camera on me the other day. I got to be honest with you. I think all our brand members would unsubscribe because, bro, like I found myself doing something and looking like the biggest wuss and the biggest wimp on the planet. Like, and I literally like was looking around for cameras because if anybody would have seen me do this, they would have thought like, not whatever their expectations and their thoughts were of Vince Russo, they would have been erased. I went the other day, bro, to get me and my daughter, some Chinese food to bring home. So I go there and I got to wait for them to cook it. So, bro, you know how like now, Jeff, all those Halloween places, open up all over the place. Those huge, they usually empty stores that went out of business. And like whatever you can imagine is in there. I love going in these stores, bro. You know how like I'm just such a mark for, Batman stuff and all that stuff, right? So, Jeff, here's the new gimmick they got this year, right? Bro, this year there's a lot of mechanical, toys out there and like very big, very expensive. I mean, bro, they go for like $200, but like they're big and, monsters and creepy little girls. And I mean, they got there's so many of them now, right? So, bro, I go to this Halloween store and they have these things lined up. And what it is, Jeff, is they've got like the mechanical monster in front of you, right? And then, Jeff, right in front of it on the floor, there's like a patch, like a sticker on the floor, and it says "Step here." And when you step there, it ignites the mechanical monster to do whatever he's going to do. And you don't know if he's going to lunge at you, if he's going to take his head off. You don't know what the thing is going to do. And bro, there's like, I'm not kidding you, there's like a dozen of these things, right? So, bro, I'm looking at these things. I love this stuff. I'm fascinated by this stuff. I want to see what this stuff does if I step here. But like, bro, I'm scared to death. So you know how like, bro, when you go to the beach or something and like the water's really cold and you kind of stick your toe in and then pull it out. Bro, I'm standing. I swear to God, bro, I'm like a 3-year-old kid. I'm standing 2 feet from these circles and I'm trying to extend my leg all the way and ignite the thing with my toe, so there's enough room between me and this thing that it doesn't scare the bejesus out of me. And bro, I'm going around everyone doing it like that, like extending my leg, hitting down, and then pulling back. And like, bro, I'm literally looking around like, is anybody looking at me doing this? But bro, let me bro, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yep. Would you now, Jeff? Are you the kind of guy that you would have just walked right up to this thing, stepped on it, and see what it did?
Probably, if just depending what it looked like. I don't know. I guess I'd have to see the situation to say for sure. But normally I'm not like I wouldn't think it would hit me anyway. That would be a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, bro, not very manly. But bro, the stuff they're coming up with Halloween now. I mean, bro, where was this stuff when we were kids?
I know.
I mean, bro, I remember when I was a kid, bro. I can remember as far back as kindergarten. You got the little cheap costume in the box with the plastic mask that always ripped, and like the vinyl. The vinyl thing that it always. I mean, bro, it was like the cheapest thing, and as a kid, you thought it was the greatest thing. I remember vividly in kindergarten, I was Hulk in kindergarten with the plastic mask. But then you go today, bro, it is unfreaking believable.
I can still sense the sweating in those masks, like with the band on it, and it's just like so tight on your face, and the sweat. It was one of the most uncomfortable things, but yeah, you loved it, man.
Yeah, and Jeff, the funny thing is too, bro, when the band broke, like it was over. Like you cried and there was no way to get it back on, and it was so cheap that a lot of times the plastic would it wasn't even plastic. I don't know what it was, but it would split. And then the rubber band gimmick would come out. You couldn't put the mask on anymore. You were devastated, bro.
Yeah, I just remember trying to talk in the thing, and you can't see your peripheral vision's off. Yeah. Like it was just awful.
Yeah, but it's unbelievable. Jeff, let's get business out of the way real quick. I want to give our friends at Kayfabe Commentaries a plug. kayfabecommentaries.com. They are not sponsors to the show, but Sean Oliver, who I think Sean owns the company, but he's a good friend of mine. Their latest is the Disco Inferno guest booker. Jeff, they have 3 series: guest booker, timeline, and you shoot. These are the best shoot DVDs on the market. I've been a part of these. They're very professionally done, beautifully packaged. They shoot everything on a green screen. It's top notch. I advise you check it out, kayfabecommentaries.com. They got a complete catalog. Also, Jeff, today is Friday, but it's really Saturday, the 26th. So, bro, we're running out of time here, bro. For the $2.99, it's ending in a couple of days. $2.99 for life. Go to vincerussobrand.com. The code word is brand. Big interview coming up Monday with Ric Flair, over an hour. Nobody's heard it before. You need to be a member of the brand if you want to hear it. Anything you want to add to that?
Well, just remember it's September, so there's no 31st this month. The 30th is the last day that you can sign up for this deal. So if you've been, waiting until the end of the month or whatever, make sure you get that done today if you plan on signing up for the $2.99 special, because it runs out on the 30th. So, and for those, if you don't know the deal, normally we're $4.95 a month. The brand will tell you that, that price point, you're still getting more than what you're paying for, but we did a special this month for $2.99 for life a month. So if you sign up by September 30th, you'll get $2.99 a month for life, as long as you keep your account active. You can opt out at any time, but I promise you won't want to. The content's unbelievable on here.
Yeah, and so far, Jeff, we've had a 50% increase in membership, which has been phenomenal. I want to thank everybody, and that's why, listen, I'm leaving for England tomorrow, and I've been working overtime, Jeff. We've been recording a lot of stuff, pre-recording stuff. I want to get stuff in the can so nobody misses a beat while they're gone, and nobody will miss a beat because, today we're going to do this show. We're going to do Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Dirt. And everything, the schedule is not going to change just because I'm going away. I'll be back on Tuesday. But, the shows will air like they always air. And, Jeff, this is my third trip to the UK. Bro, I have to be honest with you, and I've said this a million times before, Jeff. I enjoy going over there. I love the people. They treat me with such respect. I'm going to Ireland for the first time, so I think that's pretty cool. But it's just a journey there, bro. It's like every time I go, like I can't – all I'm thinking about is the travel. And I'm not thinking about, I'm going to have a good time. It's going to be cool. I think I'm involved in a wrestling match, on Sunday night with Grado, which will be a lot of fun. But, man, Jeff, that travel, like it's sitting on a plane for 10 hours is just brutal, man.
What do you do on the plane? Like, how do you keep yourself entertained so you don't go stir crazy?
Well, Jeff, here's the thing, man. First of all, bro, like I can't sleep on a plane for two very good reasons. Number one, I'm afraid the plane is going to go down. So I want to be awake when it goes down. Like I want to be awake for my last few moments on Earth. That's number one. Number two, bro, I'm constantly scoping out terrorists on the plane. So like I go through the whole plane, bro, and I kind of pinpoint the people, that are acting suspicious. So then at that point I try to plan my strategy. If they get up and do something from where I'm sitting and where they are, what am I going to do? So like it's a whole to-do, bro. So I can't sleep through any of that. Bro, I was going to say the good thing about it, but there's nothing good about a 10-hour plane flight, Jeff. But at least, Jeff, they give you like the free entertainment service, and they have fairly up-to-the-date movies on there. So like, I know, bro, like I still have not seen two movies I wanted to see this summer. I didn't see them, Jeff, because my wife did not want to see them. And here's how it works with her, bro. I could drag her along with me and she'll go, and like 2 days later I'll get the sermon of, we always do what you want to do, it's all about you, I didn't want to see this and I didn't want to see that. So like now I've smartened up over the years. If I know she don't want to see it, I don't drag her along. But two movies I missed during the summer is I still have not seen the new Avengers. And Ted 2, I love Ted 1 and I did not see Ted 2. Bro, my wife is, I said it a million times, a Southern Baptist. That humor is not funny to her. She finds it offensive. So, like, I can't take her to see that. So I'm hoping both of those movies are, on the entertainment system, that I'll be able to catch up with them. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I haven't seen those either. Let me ask you this. When you're scoping out for the possible terrorists, do you ever get suspicious of the flight attendants and think maybe one of them's an undercover terrorist that infiltrated the airline organization just to take you down on this flight?
Nah, Jeff, I go with like the stereotypical terrorist. I mean, like I don't go like, like I don't see like a 7-year-old child and think like he's a plant or anything like that. I mean, let's face it, bro. There are people that look like terrorists. They just do that. There are shady looking people out there, and I pinpoint them out right away. I have to know where they are on the plane. So, like I said, Jeff, I do not sleep on airplanes at all. So, 10 hours getting over there. I leave at about 9 o'clock tonight. I think I get there 12:30 in the afternoon tomorrow and have to go straight to the building. And of course, the promoter, Dan, told me that freaking Harry Potter kid, bro, is picking me up at the airport. This kid, Aaron, bro,
I saw that he tweeted you that.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is, Jeff? This kid thinks it's funny, bro. Listen, Jeff.
I think it's funny.
Can you imagine being on a 10-hour flight, which I hate? Okay, Jeff. Then I get off the plane. There's this kid, Aaron. Okay, bro. He brings his girlfriend with him. He brings his baby with them. So now I'm driving in a car with him and his baby. The baby's screaming and crying. The kid freaking, no matter where you go, he gets lost. And, bro, like I said, especially after coming off a 10-hour flight, and I want to get to the hotel, and I have this Jabron, Nimrod, whatever you want to call me, waiting for me at the airport. It's a freaking nightmare with this Aaron character.
Do they stuff you in the back with the baby, or does the girlfriend sit?
No, I get in the back with the car seat. Me and the baby in the car seat are in the back, and him and the girlfriend. And bro, the baby's crying next to me, and they're interrogating me with the wrestling questions, bro. Okay, so then he's so involved with a line of questioning, he gets lost no matter where he goes. It's a whole freaking to-do, bro. Every time this kid picks me up.
We need a camera for this. This is entertainment.
Jeff, I want to give you an update on the iHeartRadio thing because I didn't even really get to talk to you about it yet.
I know, and then when we got off the phone last night, that's what I wanted to talk about the next time I talked about you, because I saw your tweet. I was very excited for you about the tweet, and then I completely forgot to ask you.
Yeah, man, bro, I got to be honest with you. Jeff, listen, with the wrestling and with the WWE and with the Bischoff interview and all that stuff, bro, you know the BS I have to deal with right now. Bro, you have no idea, like, just what it is for me to have a meeting with nice people, with no ulterior motives, that, appreciate my talents, are very respectful. I mean, bro, you have no idea. I mean, bro, when people talk about the wrestling bubble, there really is a wrestling bubble. I mean, bro, when you're two grown men and you're just thrashing and burying somebody without them there over something that happened 15 years ago, that's a wrestling bubble thing. It really is, bro. So when I meet with regular people and business people, it's so refreshing to me, bro. It's like another world. So, bro, originally, like, the game plan was, I think, that the guy who runs the whole shebang, I think originally what he was thinking of was putting me on that AM station where I was doing Ham and Eggs Preferred, and letting me do like an hour talk show. I think that was what was in the back of his mind. But I think what happened was, I think the way the AM is formatted, bro, I think it's very stringent and it's very old school, and the people are set in their ways. And I don't think that he wanted to put me in that environment. Okay. So he said to me, bro, and this is what I appreciate, like the honesty, like the let's cut to the chase, not the bullshit there is in wrestling, where somebody's looking you in the eye and telling you one thing, and in their mind they're already doing something else. That's how wrestling is. But he said to me, he goes, Vince, let's cut to the chase. He goes, listen, I know you're looking for, and you need two things. He said, number one, I know you're looking for a second career, which means, I've said it a million times, bro, I've been wanting for reasons like what's happening at the WWE network now. I've been wanting to walk away from wrestling for years. I can't stand the element anymore, bro. There's a lot of the people I can't stand and I can't tolerate. I'm sick of the drama. I'm sick of having to defend myself. I'm sick of the same questions. But, it's been my only source of income. And I've been trying to do everything I can to get out. And he says, Vince, I know there are two things you want. He goes, I know you're looking for a second career, number one. He goes, and number two, I know you're looking to earn money. I know you need to make a living and earn an income. He goes, so looking at those two things, he said, I want to get you on the fastest track. He goes, I don't want to waste your time. He goes, I want to get you in there and get you in the fastest track. So what he recommended to me, bro, and you got to understand, like, I'm ready, willing, and able to do whatever they want to do, Jeff. Here's again, bro, this is the difference between wrestling and the real world. I sit back and I know they are specialists in the field. Okay, I'm looking to break into the radio business. They know what's best. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen to them. Whatever they want to do, I'm going to do. Unlike wrestling, bro, where you have Vince Russo, who's been writing wrestling shows for 20 years. Then you have an Eric Bischoff, who's not a TV writer. You have a John Gaborik, who's not a TV writer. And rather than listen to the professional, they know more than you would ever dream about. So it would be the equivalent, Jeff, of me telling this guy at iHeartRadio, okay, yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, but we're going to do it this way, which is so ridiculous. So I'm sitting back and I said to the guy, bro, whatever you lay out, I'm in. You know what you're doing. So I'm in, whatever it takes. So he basically said to me, he goes, Vince, this is what I think we need to do. He said, I think you need to go on FM radio. He said, I think you need to go on a classic rock. He said, and I think we slowly but surely need to build, you're acting as a regular DJ, but we need to build in your personality so you can slowly but surely grow that audience. And eventually, we turn that into, the Howard Stern type of show. Okay. Now, Jeff, Jeff, do you know how many years, Jeff, I carry on and on and on and on about the ratings and the numbers tell you they're looking for this. And bro, people, they just ignore me. They totally ignore me. That numbers don't matter in wrestling. All that numbers is opinions. And you know what this guy turned around and told me? The guy's name is Gardner, bro. Great freaking guy. Okay, he's probably about my age. I'd say maybe a little young, but my age. He turns around and tells me this about radio. He says, Vince, he goes, ratings indicate to us that the audience would much rather listen to music than somebody they don't know. As soon as he said that to me, okay, like in my mind, this is what this guy does for a living. I can totally understand and I can totally see that. So his game plan of, okay, Vince is a DJ. He's going to start slowly but working his stuff in. People catching on. Who is this guy? Yada, yada, yada. That's how we build an audience. So that made all the sense in the world to me. I totally get that. I totally understand it. Now that's already like in the back of my mind. When I start, Vince, they don't know you. They don't want to hear you. They want to hear their classic radio songs. You gotta get in through the back door slowly but surely. Makes all the sense in the world. That's what I mean about the wrestling bubble, Jeff. You can't talk sense to these people. There are so many egos involved that it's all about them and their opinion. You can't talk sense. Bro, I remember, I crack up now because I can vividly remember, okay? And Jeff, you'll remember this too because we talked about it. Remember when, everything broke down with me and TNA about the, I was the consultant that nobody could knew about. Then I accidentally said, and everything blew up. And I was, within one phone call, TNA wanted to have nothing to do with me because their secret got out. Okay. Bro, do you remember literally about a week after that, Jeff, there was that article in the ESPN Grantland. Remember? And it was about TNA, and they quoted me, they quoted Dixie, and they quoted Gabor.
Yes, I do remember that.
I pinpointed this out on Pyro and Ballyhoo, bro. I took out John Gaborik's quote. Because remember, bro, John Gaborik said, oh, the fans have spoken. They want wrestling, and we're going to give them wrestling. And I remember sitting there and pointing out and saying, no, John, you want wrestling. That's your way of burying Vince Russo. There is no factual evidence whatsoever that the fans want wrestling. And I pointed that out, bro. Okay. So they went the wrestling route. And, bro, let me tell you something. I watched about 20 minutes of TNA on Wednesday. It's ROH with better production. There's nothing, bro. So, bro, they went the route of the people want wrestling. How has that worked out for them? Where's John Gaborik saying, you know what? I might have made a mistake. Maybe they really don't want wrestling because that's what we've been giving them, and it's really not working out. That's a perfect case, bro, of there was no facts. There was no documentation. He wanted to crap on Vince Russo, who's an entertainment guy, and now they were going to do wrestling, which obviously has failed dramatically. So, like, that's the equivalent of me not listening to Gardner and me saying, "No, Gardner, they don't want to listen to classic rock. They want to listen to Vince Russo. Well, I got to go on there and I got to talk for 4 hours right away. Nobody wants it." That's what I mean about wrestling, bro. That's why I like the element. So anyway, bro, the game plan is I'm going to England. Then I got the stop off in New York. Then when I get back from New York, he's getting me in the studio. He says, "Bro, and again, I love the game plan. Let's start with overnights. Do the overnight gimmick. Then maybe you do a fill-in show in the day here, a fill-in show at night here." Bro, why am I not going to listen to a guy who knows?
Right.
So that's the situation with that, and I'm looking forward to it, bro. I really am looking forward to it because I've said all along, I just need the opportunity to get my foot in the door. If I fail at that point because I'm not good enough, then I fail. But these guys have certainly opened up the door. So not hopefully. I mean, as soon as I get back, I'm going to get rolling.
Yeah, that's interesting. The first thing he says is the numbers tell me this.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I think this is what they want. I think we're going this way. No, listen, the numbers tell us this, so this is what we're going to do for the numbers. I mean, that's business, man. That any business in America goes by numbers.
And isn't it, and again, Jeff, it just boggles my mind how that does not fly in wrestling. It does not fly. And Jeff, here's another thing I just want to say, and we're not supposed to talk about wrestling, but I want to say this. I keep getting asked, bro. First of all, I'm going to tell you this. You know how the smearing of my name, the JBL and their and Bischoff having the Russo hate fest. I'm going to tell you this, bro. After the part 2 of my Sting Deserved Better article comes out tomorrow, they may dedicate a whole channel to the burying of Vince Russo, because I'm going to tell you right now, they're not going to like what I have to say. And I'll again, Jeff, somebody has to speak up on this situation. And, again, bro, nobody wants to piss off Vince. Nobody wants to piss off Hunter. Maybe we have a shot at one last run. I don't care about any of that. The fact that a 56-year-old man is in a wrestling ring getting thrown around like a rag doll and practically breaking his neck when this business is supposed to be a work and it's supposed to be a controlled environment, and nobody protected Sting from himself. Nobody said, "You know what, bro? You're 56. Maybe your body can't take that at this point in your career." Because I know Sting, bro. He's going to go out there and be balls to the wall. Sting wants to get Seth Rollins over like $1 million. I don't blame Seth Rollins. He's a wrestler. He wants to get over like $1 million. I don't blame either one of those guys. But who do I blame? Well, there was an agent involved in that match, and the buck stops with Vince McMahon. And I talked about many times, Jeff, where I had to protect wrestlers from themselves. And then to add insult to injury, the guy gets seriously hurt. We still don't know the extent of the injury because even Sting it sounds like he doesn't know. You know, I mean, we still don't know the extent of this injury, but to bury it under the rug the next night, because somebody might ask the question that I just asked. Why is a 56-year-old man getting thrown around like a freaking rag doll on the verge of almost breaking his neck when this is a choreographed fight? Why is anybody allowing that to happen? So like I said, bro, when part 2 comes out tomorrow, there's going to be a whole channel to this. They should just name it the Barry Vince Russo channel. Just name it that channel. Bring everybody on. JBL, Eric Bischoff. I mean, just keep rotating people on there to bury me, because I'm going to say what I want to say. But somebody had to talk about it. It's coming out tomorrow on CSR, and I was
actually it will be today, right? Saturday.
Today, Saturday. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. But I was saying that to go somewhere, but I forgot where I was going. But anyway, bro, if they're pissed off at me now, just wait till that comes out today, if it's not already out.
I got something that's irritating me. And I don't know if you saw this because it's local news here because Syracuse University is really close to where I live. But you know these kiss cams they do at games? They put a couple up and they want the couple to kiss, okay? Mm-hmm. Well, some fan wrote into Syracuse University saying that these kiss cams promote sexual assault and all this other stuff. And Syracuse said, okay, no more kiss cam. Because of this one fan writing in saying it promotes sexual assault. This is getting out of hand. Like, I don't get how one person writes one thing and like a business or TV or whatever it is will just, okay, we're done with it then. What the fan was saying was that they put these two people on and the girl doesn't want to kiss the guy, but the fans are egging it on, and it's like sexual assault. And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that they caved to this letter. Nobody's forcing anybody to kiss. People love it. You know what I mean? They obviously, the camera operators pick couples. You know what I mean? They're holding hands or, they're sharing their drinks, whatever it is. They're picking couples. They're not picking like this guy over in seat 10, with this chick over in seat 22 and putting them together and say, okay, now kiss. They're picking couples, but America is getting so ridiculous by being offended by everything. Now a kiss cam promotes sexual assault. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and not only that, bro. So since Syracuse set the precedent, is that going to happen now across the board?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, who knows? Jeff, I don't even know anymore with this freaking world that we live in. That is ridiculous. Hey, bro, I remembered where I was going.
Okay.
Let me get this thought because I want to say this. People keep asking me on Twitter, well, if they offered you to sit down with JBL, would you do it? If they offered you, I want to say two things about that. Number one, they're not going to offer it. They're trying to slant the story. They're trying to form an opinion on me. So interviewing me will not help their case. So that's not going to happen. Number two, if I'm wrong and if they did, I would do it under one condition and one condition only, and that's if it were live. They're not going to tape an interview with me and chop it up and make me look a certain way. I tell you what, JBL wants to get me on a live show. Eric Bischoff wants to get me on a live show. Vince McMahon wants to get me on a live show. Any one of them can get me on a live show. They are not going to get me to tape an interview with them where they're going to take it and piece it together that will help their story any way that they can. And neither one of those two things are going to happen because they don't have the balls. So like I'm just going to say that flat out. You brought up the kiss cam. I'm going to top that now. Okay? I got a few things I want to talk about here. First of all, bro, there's a lot of heat now on this Kylie Jenner, who has now really turned into the patriarch of the Kardashian family.
Will it be matriarch? Because she's female, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Of the Kardashian family. She's 18 years old. She's out there all over the place. She's surpassed Kim. Kendall, who I kind of like Kendall the best because Kendall keeps a low profile. You never see her out with this guy and that guy. And she seems very focused on a modeling career. And I kind of dig her because she kind of tries to stay out of spot. This Kendall is all over the place, bro. The nauseating and numerous selfies every day that you can find online and whatever the case may be. But now, bro, they're coming down on her a little bit heavy about she's 18 years old. She's going out with this freaking Tyga. Bro, I don't know Tyga. Okay, when you look at Tyga, he looks like a derelict. He's a lot older than her. He was going out with her before she was of age. Okay, so who knows what was going on. But now it seems that, she's getting a lot of criticism because she's going out there all over the place talking about all the sex her and Tyga are having. Okay? Now, Jeff, you got to keep in mind, this is an 18-year-old girl. I have a 20-year-old daughter, right? So I can only imagine if my daughter was publicly going out on Twitter and here, there, and everywhere, and just talking about the great sex she was having every night with a jabroni named Tiger, I can only imagine my reaction. But Jeff, here's the thing that's unbelievable to me. Okay, you know how I say, Jeff, we are all natures of our environment. You know, we are the way we are because of the way we were raised, where we were raised, our parents, our upbringing. That's why it's really hard to hate somebody else, because a lot of times people can't help themselves. They are who they are because of their background, right? So, bro, I'm reading this stuff on Kylie. So then, bro, I'm flipping through the channels and I see this season on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, right? And they're showing all the clips that's going to happen the entire year, okay? And, bro, what's one of the clips? One of the clips is Kris Jenner, who turns 60 years old in November. 60 years old. One of the clips is Kris Jenner telling her daughters how much sex she's having with her much younger boyfriend. Do you see how that works, bro? So everybody's putting all the heat on this on Kylie by going out there talking about all the sex she's having at 18, and here's this 60-year-old imbecile on national TV boasting to her daughters about her sexual escapades, and then people wonder why this 18-year-old girl is the way that she is. When you trace it back, bro, it's absolutely unbelievable.
She prostitutes her children. I mean, that's her business. She's the pimp of her kids. She whores them out, whether it's for camera. You know, it's obviously for money. And I would have to say that she is 100% involved with Kylie dating this Tiger guy, because she would have had to have been to not press charges when he's banging her 16-year-old daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, it's like, you see how young she really is. Did you see that undercover picture of her buying a car when she went out with no makeup on? They posted it on TMZ. She looks, I mean, I thought that was a picture from when like she was 14 years old. This was from last week. I mean, she looks like a child, and without any of that glamour and stuff. It's insane.
And this is where, bro, like, listen, unfortunately, like, this is where when you see all the, I'm a father, bro, so like I got a little different case than you. But it's like when I sit back and I see all this stuff and I'm like, where is it freaking headed with this poor girl? And that's when you think of Caitlyn Jenner. Now, listen, bro, I'm all for, you know, I lived with this my whole life. You know, at 65 years old, I had to do this. I'm all for that, bro. But, man, when you're sitting back and you're seeing your kids just it's leading to disaster. Bro, there does come a time where, you know what, when you have kids, you do have to put them first. You know what I'm saying? And even if you have to suffer for it, you have to put your kids first. Bro, I was just reading this too. Her friend, Kylie's friend, just turned 18 years old. What do you think she got her friend for her birthday?
Are you talking about the birthday cake?
No.
Okay, then I don't know. I just saw the birthday cake that had the N-word on it, and Kylie said that wasn't from her. But no, I didn't see the gift.
$50,000 Mercedes Benz. Bro, can you like even fathom that, Jeff?
I wouldn't give a big guy $50 for his birthday. You know what I mean?
Bro. A friend's 18th birthday, a $50,000 Mercedes. And here's another thing.
Must be nice. It must be nice to be able to do that.
I got to wrap up on the Kardashians. There's two other things, bro. First of all, there's another selfie on TMZ today about with Khloe Kardashian taking a picture of herself at the gym with her pouty lips and her skinny waist, bro. And then I go on Wikipedia and I'm like, I got to clarify just how old Khloe is, right? So I go on Wikipedia. Bro, Khloe's 31 years old. Jeff, you're 36 years old, so you're not that far off from that. Jeff, what possesses a 31-year-old to just kind of sit there and take selfies of themselves and send them out on Instagram all day? Like, what is? Give me the frame of mind behind that. Like, what? This is an adult, 31 years old. This isn't a 16-year-old taking selfies of himself in a bikini trying to get the attention of the guy. It's not that. It's a 31-year-old adult taking selfies at the gym with the pouty lips and the skinny waist and sending them. What is the rationale? What is going through her mind?
That's normal now. Like, it's not just Chloe and famous people. This is everybody from all walks of life. Like, I took one of myself watching the Bills game in my Bills gear. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I'm wearing my Bills jersey hat. I'm going to take a picture of myself and put it on my Instagram. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what it is that makes people do that. I've been guilty of it. If I know you're not into, like, you don't have a personal Facebook or a personal Instagram. You got the Vince Russo brand Facebook, you got the Twitter. But if you were on Facebook and Instagram all day long, you would see this nonstop. This is America. This is the world. I mean, all over. This is the behavior that everybody does. And I don't know if people like Chloe started this trend, and now everybody wants to be, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me.
But wait a minute, Jeff.
I don't know.
Let's break this down, because I have to admit to this, bro. Like, part of the issue with me is, like, I don't know how to do it, so taking a selfie and then figuring out how to upload it and this, that, and the other thing. I don't know how to do it. It's a whole to-do. I don't want to learn how to do it. But I got to be honest with you, Jeff, even if I did know how to do it, I don't think I'd do it. I don't think I do it. Listen, bro, I'm not going to lie to anybody. I use Facebook and I use Twitter to promote what we're doing on the brand, and once in a while I'll throw an opinion out there or something like this, but that's what I use it for. That's what I think it's for. So let me get back in your head now. When you take a selfie of yourself during the Bills game and put it out there, like, what is the thought process?
I don't know. Tell you the truth. I usually put like Go Bills or Bills Mafia. I'm rooting for the Bills.
Now, what about, is there maybe there's a little hottie out there that might see Jeff Lane. Maybe she's a Bill fan. Is that going through the mind?
I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
well,
okay.
I mean, let's be honest. I would assume, like, I'm single. We all know that, obviously, but I would assume people in relationships take less selfies. I bet you that's a big motivation. I'm single, look at me. I'm probably just as guilty of that as everybody else. That's a great point. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Now, speaking of being single and Rudy coming over, do you think Rudy could have any pull maybe in, like, a Jeff Lane and a Blue Pants relationship?
You want me to get into the Blue Pants? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
She's a pretty girl, but she wouldn't be my choice if he had to hook me up with somebody.
No, who would be a choice? Oh, I know, Becky.
But I mean, I'm not going to turn down if he's like, well, Becky's not interested, but Carmella is. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to be choosy here. But yeah, I don't think he would ever. If I seriously asked him to, hey, put in a word for me with so and so, I don't think he would do it. He's too professional.
Oh God. Hey, bro, I hypothetically asked Scott Casey Gale the question yesterday that if all of a sudden Blue Pants, like next week, came out wearing red pants, would they then refer to her as Red Pants? And Scott Casey Gale confirmed that yes, she would be called Red Pants. So
they could do a whole stable, man. They could have green pants, red pants, yellow pants. They could do their own clothing line.
Bro, that's pretty funny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, that really is funny. I mean, can you imagine she brought out? It's kind of like, bro, I swear to God, I knew, bro, prior to the Attitude Era, I knew the WWE was rock bottom when, and I've told this story, when I snuck into the costume designer's office and there were plans on her table for the character What. Remember there was Who, bro?
Was it Who? There was going to be What also?
Yes. And when I saw that, I saw that and I'm like, this is just the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life. Yes. There was going to be What, bro? It's going to be Who and What. Bro, one last Kardashian thing.
Okay? I had a Kardashian thing too, man. So there may be one more after you
I'll
here,
go
if it's
one
not the
and
same
then you
thing.
go. But I'm going to talk about Kanye Kardashian. Okay.
Okay.
Bro, they have actually printed shirts now. Bro, what is it? Jeezy? How do you say? Is it Jeezy?
I always thought it was Yeezy or Yeezus. I don't know.
Yeezus.
I think
anyway. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's Y. I think it's Yeezy. Somebody can correct this, obviously.
Okay, bro, there's a T-shirt out now. There is an official T-shirt out now that you can buy. Yeezus, whatever it is, 2020. So just so you know, Jeff, you can run online. Maybe we can get an address for all the members of the brand following the show. But there literally is an official T-shirt, Yeezy 2020 out there.
I'm waiting for the bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Give me the bumper sticker.
Keep her out. Yeah.
Did you see these pictures of Kim's ankles on TMZ?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to feel about this, because it's like, this girl is so obsessed with her appearance. So is it like, haha, you're normal? You know what I mean? Like, take that, you're normal. Or is it like, is it in poor taste because they're making fun of this girl for having swollen ankles when she's pregnant, which every woman goes through? So it's like, is this a slam on Kim Kardashian, or is this this in poor taste because is this shaming pregnant women? You know what I mean?
You're talking about an egomaniac who published a selfie book of herself, 365 selfies every single day of the year, and she published the book. So yes, show her elephant ankles to the world, embarrass the crap out of her because she brought it upon herself and she deserves it. I don't think anybody would be looking at it as an insult to pregnant women. I think people would be looking at it as, hey, Kim, remember that selfie book that you published that nobody bought? What about if you would have put a picture of your cankles in there? Maybe that would have sold a couple of extra copies. I'm 100% for that, bro.
Was it really 365? Like,
every day there was a different selfie. That was the book.
You know what this reminds me of? You always talk about the Juventud calendar.
Yeah.
Maybe Juventud should do one, but in a leap year, so it's 366 days. I think that would be a big seller. He would be bigger than Kim. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what the scary thing was? If I suggested that to him, he would do it. Bro, speaking of this, Jeff, I got to tell you, asked me what I talked about on Chicken X, and I couldn't remember. Jeff, do you check out TMZ regularly?
Yeah, I do normally, especially the night before doing this show. I go back through the entire week and see if there's anything I forget to talk about.
Jeff, you had to see this. I talked about this on Chicken Necks. Jeff, listen, I don't know about you, and I'm not going to get into it with you because it's a little personal thing, okay? You can chime in if you want. You know, I don't hold anything back on this show. But, Jeff, I was never like a porn guy. I was never into any of that stuff, okay, bro? I think girls are like much more sexy when there's mystery and they're in clothes and they're wearing something sexy. When it's just there to see and like porno and all that, I don't get into that. Okay, bro, and listen, like I'm not a Jessica Simpson guy. Okay, bro. But there was this picture of her on TMZ this week. Bro, she had a dress on. So it came like to where my neckline is. And, above her knees. But the length, like, meant nothing. Okay? But, bro, it was very form-fitting. It was orange. I guess it was a bit nipply outside. I mean, whatever the case may be. But fully clothed, tight, bro, that was one of the sexiest pictures I think I've seen in the last couple of years.
You're forgetting about the perfectly placed purse strap.
Yeah.
That helped the form fitting. You know what I mean?
Bro,
but no, I agree with what you're saying, because I always thought, and I know I'll use wrestling as an example because most of the audience can relate to this, but when people like Sable and Tori Wilson in China, when they went into Playboy, that mystery went away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I honestly think that hurt their persona on television if they're wearing revealing clothes and everybody's like, well, I got this magazine right here. I know what she looks like with them off anyway. Mm-hmm. So I agree with that statement. I think it hurts the marketing of women too when they allow themselves to be seen fully naked.
Yeah, bro, it's funny because like Rihanna. Rihanna is like an exhibitionist. She has no problem being naked. She was naked on the cover of a magazine. I forget, but a couple of months ago, and like it was, bro. There isn't any female in the world I love more than Rihanna. I think she is just the bomb, right? But it was like when the naked pictures came out of her on the cover of the magazine and stuff. It was like. It wasn't a turn on to me. To me, Rihanna is much more sexy when she's on stage. She has revealing costumes. She's sweating. To me, like that's sexy. But when it's all, here we are. But what did you think about that, Jessica Simpson? Those pictures, bro?
Yeah, I know. They were hot, man. I mean, I don't even know how old she is. She's got to be getting up there, but she doesn't look like she's aged at all in those photos, man.
And bro, all I could think about is off the record. Bro, Billy Corgan had his way with Jessica Simpson, bro. And
I don't think that's off the record anymore, Vince.
Well,
I think that just got placed on the record.
I've never broached that topic with him because I'm very respectful. But after seeing those pictures, bro, I might have to cross the line because those were just crazy.
They're on TMZ if anybody wants to see them.
All right, what else you got for me, Jeff? I got a couple other things. What else you got for me?
Well, I wanted to ask because you had mentioned this. Did you watch Scream Queens?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
Jeff, you know what's funny to me? Bro, would you believe some idiot wrote me an email this week trying to take a shot at me by saying when people turned into the Attitude Era. Listen to this, bro. When people tuned into the Attitude Era, they weren't tuning in to see the writing. Nobody cares about the writing. They were tuning in to see the characters. And I'm like, moron, who do you think creates those characters and tells them what to who do you think does that? And like the guy made the comparison to Seinfeld, bro. Like we watch Seinfeld to see the characters, and I'm like, are you like literally that much of an idiot? What do you think? Like Kramer's Kramer? Like Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld are not creating Kramer. Anyway, my whole point is this, Jeff. When I watched Scream Queens, right, bro, it was a 2-hour show, right? And it easily could have been like 2 standalone hours. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it was, actually. I think they just played episode 1 and episode 2.
Well, when I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, I'm looking at the writing, I'm looking at the characters, and I'm looking at the storyline, and I'm looking at the dialogue. I'm big into dialogue. Bro, that first hour was so much better written than the second hour was. It was like night and day. It was almost like, okay, this is the pilot. This is the first show. We're going to look at every line. We're going to dissect every line. We're going to, make sure we're true to these characters. And I thought the first hour was like an absolute writing masterpiece. Some of the lines were great. A lot of pop culture references. They clearly defined characters like in that first episode. And then when that second one played, it was almost like a WWE Raw where I kind of felt like they were just going through the motions. I mean, I just saw a big drop off in the writing from episode 1 to episode 2.
I'm going to pull this up and see if it was a different writer, because a lot of times the show creators.
That's interesting, bro. Very interesting.
They write the premiere and they write the finale for the season finale, and sometimes they'll write an episode or 2 in between. So a lot of times once you get to episode 2, you have a different writer.
That's interesting, bro. I didn't even think to see, but there was definitely a difference in the writing.
So let's take a look here. The pilot, which was the first half, was written by the creators. So we'll go to episode 2. Bringing it up right now. Same writers. It says it was written by the creators, so that's interesting. Based on your analysis, I would have pegged that it was just a different writer.
Yeah, no.
But maybe it's what you said. I mean, how long did they spend on writing that pilot? And then it's like, did they not have the next shows in the can because they were waiting to see if they got picked up. So then once they got picked up, maybe they had a lot less time to write, the second episode. But
right.
I agree. I thought the dialogue was brilliant on the show. I mean, it's obviously a show that does not take itself seriously. It's purposely over the top. The violence is funny. I mean, it's not politically correct. They're making deaf jokes, racist jokes. I mean, anything you can think of. I was honestly surprised that this was a TV 14 show on at 8 o'clock. I mean, there was a lot of, the box munching joke.
Yeah.
Putting the privates in your mouth. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that just seemed like TVMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, man. I'm hoping it continues. It's just different. It's completely different than anything else on TV. It's so ridiculous. I actually reviewed this with Pastor Dave. For those that don't know, he's starting a new show called The Branton Experience that he wants me to be a part of. I was honored to do it with him, where we're talking video games, TV, movies, pop culture. So I actually went into detail on Scream Queens on that first show, and man, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the characters were great, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, just so bro, that first hour, we know who everybody is. We know what their motivation is. Again, you compare that to wrestling, and it's like we've been seeing some of these guys for months and years, and there isn't that kind of character development. But, bro, I still the only two new shows I watched this week was that and that Bloodspot. And they're two totally different shows, but I really enjoyed that Blind Spot. I really enjoyed that Blind Spot. Yeah. Did you see anything else?
I saw. Let's see. I'm going to watch Heroes: The Return of Heroes. I taped or DVR'd that. I haven't seen it yet. I watched the Gotham premiere. I thought that was great. I watched South Park.
Yeah,
and I got a lot of stuff.
I was reading online. They had in the last episode, I guess, Trump and Caitlyn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to watch that.
Dude, they had Caitlyn mowing down pedestrians in her car. It was hilarious.
Bro,
it was hilarious.
Things I got here that I got to talk about. Bro, you have to watch this show, okay? Listen to me. Bro, there are two shows that I've seen the episodes, I've seen every episode 100 times. They never get old to me. I relate to the shows on so many levels. I watch them over and over and over again. And listen, the fact that I'm from Long Island in New York, Everybody Loves Raymond and King of Queens. Okay, both shows are in syndication. Bro, I will watch those shows all day long. Okay, now, bro, listen, we all know how hot Leah Remini was on King of Queens. I mean, just ridiculously hot, and especially in the early years, bro, and she wore the tight clothing and this and that, and just ridiculously hot, okay? Bro, she's got a reality show on now, okay? I think it's on TLC, okay? But it's called, I think it's called It's All Relative, or It's Relative, or something like that. It's a reality show about her husband, her daughter. They got a daughter, her mother. It's a reality show, right? Jeff, I have to tell you something. Now, you remember a couple years back that she was on the show called The Talk, which was supposed to be a version of The View. And she was on there, and Sharon Osbourne was on there, and Sarah Gilbert was on there. You know what I'm talking about?
I never saw it, but yeah, okay. It didn't last very long.
But anyway, no, it's still on, bro.
It is?
Yeah, it's still on. But Leah Remini got dumped after the first season, right?
I might be thinking of something else then.
Yeah, but anyway, it came out that kind of Sharon was responsible for getting Leah Remini fired. And Sharon basically was, her thing was she went on the Howard Stern show and basically said Leah Remini, she wasn't real. She just wasn't real. And this was a talk show with women, and they were all looking to be real. And that's what Sharon Osbourne said, right? So, bro, fast forward a couple years later, now Leah Remini does her own talk show called It's All Relative, right? And bro, she was hot on King of Queens. She's still attractive looking. That's why I watch it, bro, because she's attractive looking. But Jeff, you got to check out an episode of this. Even if you don't watch the show, check it out. Bro, it is so awkward because throughout the entire thing, bro, she is trying so hard to be funny, and she's not funny at all. Like, at all. And Jeff, it's so freaking awkward to watch because you're watching somebody blatantly trying to be funny. And like, bro, you can hear off camera, the cameraman and the producer and stuff, they're laughing at her stuff because, I mean, they're trying to put her over and they're kissing her ass. But nothing she says or does is funny, bro. And it's so awkward to see a person trying to act funny who's just not funny. You have to watch it, bro, because it's so, I feel so uneasy watching the show, bro, because it's like she's trying to be something she's not. And again, bro, this is a perfect example of writers. Okay, she's brilliant on King of Queens, playing a character and having lines written for her, and she's absolutely hysterical. But as the real live person, she's not funny. And I bring that up too, bro, because there's going to be a lot of controversy. She's got a book coming out soon. I think November 3rd it was, called Troublemaker. And in it, bro, she's supposed to be dropping the dime on like the entire Scientology thing.
Well, wasn't it her that was saying she was being threatened, like she feared for her life from people within Scientology? Like,
yeah. And this is supposed to be like a tell-all, bro, which is, which should be interesting, But bro, you got to watch that show because it's so freaking awkward, bro.
I remember her from even she was on Saved by the Bell one year, and I remember watching that young, and I was in love with her back then, and that was she was really young then.
Bro, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to give a name. Even though if I was somebody else, I would drop the name, okay? I worked with somebody who we all know. And bro, like, I never thought like this guy was like a manly guy, I mean, I didn't think he was a manly guy. That's my opinion. Nice guy, but not a manly guy. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying manly is in labor, hands-on worker, or he's not attracted to women?
No. He's attracted to women.
Okay.
He's attracted to women. I just mean like, he's not a man's man. Let me put it to you that way. He's attracted to women. I'm not saying that at all. But bro, like, I was in this guy's presence one time, and I'm not going to say who it is, bro. And bro, we were shooting a game of pool. And in the background, King of Queens is on because I'm shooting a game of pool. I came across King of Queens. I left it on the TV. Well, this person, bro, who I didn't think was a manly man, nice guy, but not a manly man, okay? Nonchalantly, out of the clear blue sky, made the statement. And there were other people there. It was not just me and him. This statement was made in front of other people, okay? So this can be confirmed. That I'm watching King of Queens. There's Leah Remini on the screen, okay? This guy says, bro, nonchalantly as he's queuing up his shot. Ready, bro?
I'm ready.
I did her. And I was like, excuse me? And he goes, yeah, I did her, and proceeded to get into the story. Bro, I looked at this guy from that moment on in like such a whole other freaking light that nonchalantly, it was almost like, yeah, I had tuna for lunch. I mean, it was like that. And I was like, wait a minute, bro. Whoa. What do you mean? What do you mean you did her? Yeah, I did her. What do you mean you did her? And then he proceeded to tell the story. And I was like, all of a sudden, I was the wimp, not this guy. But anyway, bro, I have one more story for you that I love this story. I'm so fascinated by this story. Jeff, remember, you know how like you and I, we talk a lot about like forgiveness. You know, somebody makes a mistake, you got to forget. You can't keep rehashing. But and it's really not for us to judge them. Okay. So, bro, obviously in 2009, there was a major incident when Chris Brown beat up Rihanna, which I took a great offense to, bro. I mean, forget about it, right? But, you know, again, 2009, okay, he beat up Rihanna. It's all documented. But, you know, I guess at some point you have to forgive. Well, here's the problem with the forgiveness with Chris Brown. When he beat up Rihanna and got charged for it, he was put on probation. Okay, bro, since then, the guy's violated probation a dozen times. Every other month, he's violating probation. So this isn't like a one-time offender. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. The guy has violated probation too many times to count, right? So, bro, I love the fact now that he had a. Did you hear about this, bro? He had a tour booked in Australia. He was going to play like the 3 biggest city in Australia, and the Australian government will not let Chris Brown into the country, saying that he's not a suitable human being to be allowed in the. I thought absolutely phenomenal, bro. I thought that was the greatest thing I ever heard. They're not letting them in freaking Australia.
I didn't hear that, but I do get a kick out of that because it's like he's gotten a free pass with everything.
Yeah, and bro,
he's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants and not go to jail.
It was, and bro, it was like the Prime Minister of Australia saying, "No, you're not coming to Australia. We don't want people like you here." And like, of course, Chris Brown is saying, "Well, I'm coming to Australia, and you might, you know, but." Okay, we'll see what happens. But I thought that was great because, bro, I swear to God, I don't think there's any other guy that like every single week he's on TMZ doing something wrong. It's like, all right, bro, like enough already. But I thought it was great that Australia stood up and said, no, you're not allowed in our things.
That's awesome.
Bro, speaking of Australia, do you know, bro, I do some consulting for this little Australian wrestling promotion, right? The guys are the greatest guys in the world, and they're very smart, and I love them, and, you know, we Skype here and there, right? So, bro, I'm very like, bro, you know, it's the little things in life that intrigue me. Like, one of the things that intrigue me, like, I'm intrigued by kangaroos. So, like, I was talking to these guys, and I said, bro, like, are kangaroos like everywhere, like in Australia? Like, bro, here in Colorado, like, I get so hopped up when I see a coyote. Like, you know, there are coyote sightings, and I think that's the greatest thing in the world, seeing a coyote. So I'm like, oh, like kangaroos, like all over the place in Australia. They like, you know, squirrels or you know, prairie dogs over here in Colorado. So they told me yes. And I said, well, like, give me a for instance. And like the guy told me, well, you know, you can go to a golf course and kangaroos will be running free all over the golf course. And I said to the guy, bro, listen, I'm gullible, but you're absolutely full of crap. I said, there's no way you go golfing, because he was telling me like some of the golfers aim the golf balls at the kangaroos. Okay. I mean, and I'm like, bro, at that point, I'm like, bro, please. So he goes, no, Vince, I'm serious. So, bro, sure enough, like a couple of months later, I'm having a talk with another guy from Australia. And I said, listen, this guy told me that there are kangaroos everywhere, all over the golf courses, this and that. The guy freaking cracks up at me hysterical. Like, he's like, what are you, an idiot? What do you think? We have our golf courses are populated with kangaroos? He goes, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, right? So, bro, I get back on the show with these Australian guys, my consulting, and I cut a promo on the guy. And I'm like, bro, how can you set me up to look like an idiot? The guy from your home country said I was an idiot, this, that, and the other thing. And the guy swore up and down that, Vince, I'm telling you the truth, this and that. So, bro, this was like a couple of months ago, right? So, bro, I hadn't talked to them like in maybe about 2 months or so, right? So I hear from the guy this week, and I'm like, it's all I haven't heard from him, right? Bro, he sent me pictures of an all-out brawl between two kangaroos on a freaking golf course, bro. I swear to God. And it clearly was a golf course, and there were other kangaroos watching, like they were onlooking kangaroos, bro, watching this fight. These two kangaroos going at it on a freaking golf course, bro. I gotta send you a picture. It was the greatest thing I ever saw. So I said, well, I guess you're right, bro. I guess there are kangaroos on golf courses.
I don't. What is it from with kangaroos? I just got a picture of the kangaroos wearing boxing gloves. Isn't that from something where kangaroos are wearing boxing gloves? Like,
yeah, all the time, bro.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I just got a picture of that. That's awesome, man. Yeah. You need to put that up on the site.
I gotta see, but I can't even figure out how to do that, bro. Maybe I'll send it to you and you could put it up on the site.
Well, you'd have to send it to Rome.
Yeah,
they would have to put it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So what about that? That's all I have, bro. What do you have?
No, I think we need to end on that. That's a good story to end on. I'm good with that.
And I'm going to send you the picture, bro, because I do have the picture. I thought it was cool.
All right.
So that's it, bro, right?
That's it. We got, let's see, Monday, Ric Flair, VIPs. Tuesday, Raw, February 9th, 1998. We'll be discussing that. Wednesday, Chicken Neck. So everything's going on as scheduled, even though Vince will be out of country. You're not going to miss your content.
If I get the opportunity, I'll definitely check in while I'm there. I mean, I always do that anyway. As long as I have the internet and whatnot, I will definitely check in, let everybody know what's going on.
We don't want to be reading about you like we did Sting.
Yeah,
protect yourself from yourself.
Are you kidding? And also, bro, listen, I want, please, at least one good Rudy story.
All right, I'll try.
Yeah, we definitely got to get a Rudy story, bro, all right?
All right, I'll try to get a good one.
Well, Jeff, listen, have a good weekend. Who do the Bills play this weekend?
Miami. Big divisional game.
They should. I mean, they're better than Miami this year, no?
I think so. But, I'm starting to wonder how like the Colts lost to the Jets. So like how impressive was our week 1 win now looking at that. So I'm really I feel like I'm going to learn a lot about the team in this game. We'll see what they're really made of.
But didn't Miami lose to a subpar team last week?
They lost to Washington.
Tampa Bay?
Who'd they lose to?
Yeah, I thought they lost to like a subpar team. I was listening to it on the radio.
They did lose, and I can't remember who. Because I know they beat the Redskins, and then I can't remember who they lost to.
I remember. I'm almost not the Raiders. I'm almost positive it was an upset though, because I was surprised.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, listen. Have a good weekend. Hopefully, I'll be home safe and sound on Tuesday. I'll check in on the road as I can. Again, everybody, thanks for your support. Remember, the last few days, $2.99 a month for life. VinceRussoBrand.com, code word brand. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you here next week.
Visit VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. You get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule and The Swerve, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumors and review Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.